Hey everybody, Jeff here again, and today we have a really useful video for you. So you've installed a brand new wood floor or brand new laminate flooring, and now you're trying to figure out, well, how do I clean this? Well, today we're going to show you how to clean this beautiful floor that you just installed here. So we're going to talk about, how to deep clean it first, how to vacuum it properly, and then how to mop it without voiding your warranty using products that you shouldn't be using on a wood floor.
You want this alright? Well, this alright, too good to be true. You want this alright? Well, this alright.
Okay, so here's our stressed laminate flooring planks that we've already installed. And normally when you install a wood floor, you'll see your normal specks all over the place, chunks of pieces of little wood and stuff like that. But what may not be as obvious to you, maybe in a few spots here, you'll see here's your footprint and a lot of powder from the sawdust from cutting all of these. It's just everywhere, and what you may not realize, and that's why there's footprints here, is you're tracking it all over the house. You're tracking it onto the tile floor there, and then it gets tracked into the next room onto that flooring too. And so, like for example, here on the living room floor, you can see the footprints are everywhere. So eventually you reach a point now that you're pretty much done with the floors that you just gotta do the deep clean on them and then clean all of the tiles here as well. Okay, so the first thing to do before you mop is you gotta vacuum. You have to vacuum all of the dust. And vacuuming isn't gonna get it all by itself with that first pass. You also have to use a brush attachment on your vacuum. Okay, so do not use a broom, because anybody that thinks that using this broom to sweep around is going to get rid of all of that dust is just living in la-la land. That dust is too fine and you'll never get it up. All the broom is going to do is stir it around all over the floor and create mud if you come in and use a wet mop then. So do not use a broom, always vacuum instead. Okay, so you might use a regular vacuum cleaner for your floor, and that's fine. We prefer to use our shop vac type vacuums that has this kind of a head on it that rolls on the floor, so it's really easy to use. And this is the one I use to help kind of scoop together and vacuum up some of the dust that's on there. Because this head alone will not get all of the fine powder. It might get some, but it won't get all of it. And this will get into all the nooks and crannies and the seams in between the individual planks, okay? But let me just give you a warning. If you're using your regular vacuum cleaner, do not use the brush thing that spins around at high rate of speed. That can scuff and scratch up your wood flooring. So if you have a floor setting on there, a hard floor setting on your vacuum cleaner, make sure. Okay, so this is the motion you're going to use with this. You're going to go up and down, following the length of the planks that way. And then likewise, when you switch heads, this is the other head that we use here, right here. And the way we use this one here when you're vacuuming is you're going to go right over where there's a footprint, and then you're just going to go like this, very gently, nothing hard, okay? And this is a lot safer than using the rotating brush on your vacuum cleaner. But you'll see as we show you this how this other head here is going to leave most of this dust intact, but this one will catch all of it. Here's another reason why we tell you to use the vacuum on your chop saw and your table saw, because even with that, look how much dust made it to our air conditioner filter 2 rooms away. This is what it's supposed to look like, see? And yet this is what it looked like. Although that fine wood dust and powder finds its way to the filter. Alright, so you can see that we vacuumed up and down. You got to make sure with your roller that you cover 100% of the floor. You go up and down just like you're mowing the lawn and cover every square inch of it. And then you come back with the brush, because remember, this initial cleaning, you have to do a nice deep cleaning. So the brush, it may take you 10-15 minutes to do your room, but you got to do the entire room with the brush, because you saw just a few seconds ago how going over with the roller attachment did not get all of those footprints. I had to come back over it with that brush to get the rest. That's the stuff that you want to get off the floor, because you don't want to now come in with a damp mop and get all that wet and just smear it around. All you're going to do is put a film on your wood floor that looks like a bad grouting job when tiling a floor. Okay, so this is the mop that I prefer to use for the wood floor. As you know, most wood floors, you're not allowed to use a soaking wet mop, the old style mop with the mop bucket that you wring it out. You can't have that amount of water on a wood floor. So what we do is we use a fiber mop like this, microfiber mop. And so this is a lot more gentle on the surface of the wood. And then what I like to do is I spray it first. Okay, so you have to get a hardwood cleaner like this, and then, there's a few different brands out there you see in the stores, but the fact is you got to make sure you get something that says it's made for hardwood or laminate flooring only, because you can't use any of the other cleaners. And if they say they have oils or waxes in them, you can't get those either, because they leave residue on your floor that you'll never get off. So the way you're supposed to do this, and I believe it has probably alcohol in it or something, but you spray it in a 4 square foot area onto the floor first. And then you immediately mop it with your microfiber mop here. And that's how you do it. And you don't let it sit on the floor for any length of time. As soon as you spray it, you be in there wiping it. And if you look down here at the head of the mop, I always go in the direction of the floor, like that. The direction of the wood planks. You go just like that. Right? So we're going to spray it right here and show you an example. But before I do, I wanted to show you, this mop here is really cool, because it has its own little bottle built into it. So I usually just buy the larger bottle of this stuff and dump it in here. And then you can see right here I have a trigger mechanism on my handle. So all I do is I put the mop down and I pull the trigger and spray it, and it works. But if you don't have a mop like this and all you have is just the microfiber, this is what you do. So you spray a 4 square foot area there. So you can see how it just goes down like a mist. And then you just go like that, see? And then you don't walk on it for about 5 minutes. And it dries very, very fast, because it's not just water. It's got some, I guess, alcohol or something that really evaporates quickly. And that's all you got to do. Okay, so here I've added some of the liquid floor cleaner there into the mop. And so now, what I like about this is the easiest way to do it. You just pull the trigger on the handle, and it just sprays ahead about 2 feet. And that's the best way to do it. And then you'll know when you're running out and you need more, you just give a couple more squirts there. And this is the easiest, quickest way to mop your wood floors. See? So while I'm doing this, if you like what you learned here on this video, and you want to subscribe to us and come back and binge watch videos, we have videos covering all sorts of how-tos on your house. And after you hit the subscribe button, be sure to click on that bell icon, because that alerts you to when we have new videos. Every time we upload a new video, it will alert you. And there we go, a couple of minutes later. There's our perfectly dry, nice, perfectly clean wood floor. Done the textbook manner in a way that will protect your warranty as well. And what I suggest is, since you're in the middle of a demo project here maybe, and you're still putting wood flooring in throughout the rest of your house, we always put a towel on the floor in between the rooms so that you can at least wipe your shoes on it before you enter the wood floor, because you don't want to start the process all over again. But once you clean each of your rooms like this, and the living room will come next in there, then you won't be tracking the stuff around anymore, and life will be much better for you. We also suggest maybe putting a nice carpeted mat inside your front door so you can wipe off your feet and keep anything coming in off the street from tracking all over your wood floor here. Okay, and here we are after we've mopped it, and you can see it's nice and beautiful. Perfect wood floor, and you can walk all over it now and not have to worry about getting your footprints on it. As long as you vacuum all the tile outside as well. So that's it for this week, and we hope you enjoyed it, and leave any comments you have down below, any questions. Leave tricks that you might use to clean your wood floor down in the comments below as well to help others. And we'll see you on the next video.